Hey, what is up, guys? So in this video, basically, I'm going to give you some things to frown about the Moto G6 Play. I'm going to switch it up a little bit and just basically give you guys the bad first, and then I'll give you guys the good later on. So today, we're going to be focusing on the bad and all the nerdy. And then I'll do the good side video in the next couple of days or so. So, there are some things bad about the Moto G6 Play, and some people will be like, what? That phone's supposed to be awesome. Yeah. Not everything is perfect. And I really, really wish that this phone didn't have any flaws. I really wanted it to not have any flaws. But realistically, it has flaws. So I'm going to run them through this video as quick as possible, so I'm not taking up too much of your precious time, but giving you guys some very valuable information to know about the Moto G6 Play, offered by Boost Mobile for $129.99, $79.99 at Walmart, unless they change the sale price. So this phone tries to bring up a modern day spin for a budget device. It's got an 18:9 aspect ratio on a 5.7 inch display. So people are like, it's got that tall screen look and small bezels and whatnot, and that's great. Fingerprint Reader moved to the back of the phone. Awesome. Yeah, and I like the idea that they put the Motorola logo in the Fingerprint Reader. I was always saying they should do that. But anyways, there are some bads about this phone. One of the first things I am definitely going to point out is the fact that this phone does not come with a turbocharged brick. It comes with a standard Motorola wall wart. Why did they do this? And the reason I found out this phone supports turbocharging was the fact that I have a 10,050 milliamp hour power bank from Anker that I plugged into this phone today for the first time. And to my surprise, it said turbocharging at the bottom. So I was like, wait a minute. My Moto X4 comes with a turbocharging brick. You mean to tell me the G6 Play supports turbocharging? So when I came home, I did a test. Phone was at 42% battery life. I took basically the USB cable off the regular Motorola adapter and put it in on the Moto X4's charging brick, which is a turbocharger, and plugged it in, and to my surprise, up here on the top where it shows the camera, not the camera, but the weather widget, the clock, it had a big lightning icon and it said turbocharging inside of it. And what? This thing has turbocharging, a 4,000 milliamp hour battery packed inside this goodness of Moto Lenovo, and they didn't give us a turbocharging brick? WTF. Why not? Why not? Why couldn't they? That's what baffles me. You give me a standard charger, you make me basically go from 31% to 100% in an hour and a half to almost 2 hours with its regular charging brick, when I can get it from 42% to 97% in 32 minutes. WTF, Moto, WTF. So yes, while it does support turbocharging, it does not come with a turbocharging brick. That is sad. Another thing that pretty much it gets a bit annoying is that this phone has a good amount of lag. Now, I bring in the Moto E4 Plus because the E4 Plus was my prior device that I used a lot, quite a bit. Now, both have quad-core chips inside of them. This has the Snapdragon 427, I believe, from what I've read up on it. It is a 4-core chip, and the Moto E4 is a 4-core chip. But for some reason, on 8.0, with the processing chip that it has and the amount of memory that it has, because they both have 16 gigs of onboard storage, they both have 2 gigabytes of RAM, and they both support adaptable SD, basically. Adaptable storage. You can bond your SD card with the internal storage. Now, the sad thing is that I can play Pokemon Go on this phone, on the Moto E4 Plus, no problems at all whatsoever. No lag, no stutter, none of that stuff. I played on this phone, and 1, it heats the phone up pretty quickly. 2, it glitched out on me 3 times, 3 different occasions, 3 times. Playing Pokemon Go, I have lost a couple of catches that I should have caught, that for some reason the game just crapped out, froze, did not show that I caught the Pokemon, and did not do anything except give me error 26 afterwards. Now someone will be like, well, that's not the phone's fault, and it kind of is. For some reason, in the same place, my E4 Plus can connect to the network just fine. It can connect to GPS just fine. No issues there. With the Moto G6 Play, it had one bar in the area that should have had full bars, and it kept giving me an error with the GPS. That's not good. So gameplay could be a little bit on the rough side. Even playing other games, it tends to lag quite a bit. Another thing is that while both have the same amount of internal storage, I find myself feeling like I can't have a lot of apps on the G6 Play or it's going to run really buggy. I may end up factory resetting it for the final review just to see if it makes any sort of changes at all whatsoever. But I just feel like that the more apps you put on this phone, the more sluggish and bogged down it feels like it's running. That's not very good. Last thing I want to talk about too that kind of was a haymaker for me was the camera and the issues that the camera had. Now, yesterday my daughter graduated kindergarten and I took some photos, and the crazy thing is that the cameras on this phone is good, okay? They're pretty solid. But for some reason the image processing really crapped out on me yesterday. I took this photo with it actually being in the viewfinder absolutely clear. And if you look at this photo right now, it looks very, very pixelated. What happened? Now, I'm the type of person that when I take a photo, I basically line up the shot. I tap to where I want the camera to focus more on to clear up the area. And then I snap the photo. But I also hold the phone for another 5 seconds in the same position just to make sure that the camera processes the image the way I want it to. This is not what I wanted a photo to come out to. And it happened again here. Only this time it cleared it up just a little bit. But still, pixelated. What happened? I am not sure. And then if you watch some of my Instagram posts, you'll notice that there's a bit of glitching out with videos. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Here's another photo where it just completely garbage. Now, it's not to say the cameras are completely garbage, because here's a photo that I took of my daughter later on in the day, and see? Nice, clear shot. And this photo looks really good. So, what happened? Obviously, there's minor issues with the camera. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So all in all, I mean, there's other things that this phone does that's really, really good. And it's not to deter you guys to say that absolutely stay away from the phone. But these are things that I think you guys should know about that are common problems with the Moto G6 Play. I actually was asked by Dragonic Warfare if I was experiencing any type of lag. And after using the phone for a couple of days, there are some times where I do experience some lag to literally being on the network and no apps loading any information. I don't know what's going on there. So that's what I'm saying. I might factory reset the phone just to see if it makes any differences. But it is odd for me that the Moto E4 Plus actually does outperform the G6 Play on some scales right now, which is a big no-no. So do I consider the Moto G6 Play to be a major overhaul update from the Moto E4 Plus? If you're on Boost Mobile, no, it is not. But it is a nice phone to have if you want to have a nice phone. But it does not outdo the Moto E4 Plus. Don't mind my kids, they're excited. But it does not outdo the Moto E4 Plus at all whatsoever. And you guys know me, I judge a phone based on user experience. And these types of things is the type of experience that you'll have with the Moto G6 Play. Maybe my phone is faulty, I don't know. But Dragonic Warfare seems to have some issues with the Moto G6 Play himself. And so that tells me that I'm not the only one. But who knows? I will dig more further into it. I will go down it all on the final review, but this is just some of the things to look out for if you're getting the Moto G6 Play. Stay tuned in a couple of days because I'm going to tell you guys all the good things I like about the Moto G6 Play, and that video is to come soon. So if you guys enjoyed this video, drop me a like to let me know. If you just subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing, and you can also hit that bell option to know when I upload a video. My name is Tito. I am out of here. Goodbye, everybody. Peace out.